everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly Meltdowns coverage of Big Brother 24. With me, as always, is Tyler, Jackie, and special guest Rory. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing this evening?
Doing
We have
fabulous.
we have a lot to talk about. Not gonna lie, but I'm kind of glad that we didn't do a live feed update show on Tuesday, because now we can like really unpack like the result of everything rather than like guessing a lot, because like the live feeds were blocked for so much of it. So yeah, we'll get into it. But Allison, how are you doing?
I'm shit-tastic. I want to say hello to the people in the chat. Rich, Joseph, B. Bean, Rory. Oh, Rory's in the chat and he's here. So it's a twofer.
I wish you didn't notice that. Like,
Yeah.
I wish that like you were just like, Rory, thank you for being in the chat.
Rory.
You're welcome.
Juan, Washington, Cruz, Ann Yelton, and Black Widow Brigade. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm great. It's just another Thursday.
Yeah.
Big Brother world. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just get into the meat and potatoes of it right away, because we can. There's no way to like avoid the elephant in the room. Like, this week was all about the Kyle of it all, the Kyle downfall, and there are just so many different perspectives that we saw tonight. Like, I'm actually glad that we got a lot of like Terrence's perspective. I'm feeling bad that like Joseph was just like a casualty in all of this. And I'm glad that Terrence kind of like, I didn't expect for him to really have like too strong of a feelings about this, to be honest. Just because like he's never really been aligned with Taylor. So the thought of them working together is just ridiculous on like a game level more than anything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to like talk too much, but I asked Jackie if she would kind of like lead us through this a little bit, just because her voice is a very important one here. And I don't want to be a white boy talking about all of this stuff when there's better voices for this. So,
but we're all woke here. So Kyle was the not woke white boy that we're talking about. So we're all woke here. He was the Julie. He didn't know anything. So y'all are experts too. Y'all are all game players too. We all have exposure to each other. We know how the world works with different people. And Kyle was raised in the Christian bubble or
Well, he's
Mormon
never been
bubble.
to a bar.
He's never been to a
Because I know
bar.
all the years ago when I was a drinker and I would go to the bar, that's where we had the really racially sensitive conversations, at the bar.
Exactly. He's never had that opportunity, and he's never had longer than 10 seconds inside of a woman either. So he has a lot of inexperience that he's going through with his whole game.
It's a lot to take in, or not.
for a very little amount of time. Speaking of, I just want to say, because this is like the easiest part to talk about, like after Alyssa and Kyle broke up, they have fucked twice since then. And I think I think the exact quote from Kyle was like, they were like under the covers and Kyle was like, it's going to get so hot under here. Like, I think this will only be like 20 seconds. And she was like, that's all you need. She said that to him. And then like the feeds like cut.
Well, there's a rumor that her period is late.
I did hear that rumor. Mm-hmm. She asked for a pregnancy test in the DR.
Yeah, Jackie. Yeah, Rory. It's happening.
I guess you can't ask the producers, hey, can y'all send some condoms real quick along with the bag?
Actually, I think condoms are available on both Survivor and Big Brother at any time.
It would take longer for him to put it on than to put it in.
Yeah, that's again going back to the naivete. It's just like him knowing how to put it on.
It's real life. You know what I'm
saying? But sorry to interrupt you, Jackie. I just wanted to. That's the only thing about Alyssa.
Honestly, racial sensitivity on what he was talking about, bringing up the cookout last year, that is literally about 10%, in my opinion, of what his downfall was. Period. And if we're honest, not to do another plug on another show, but that's kind of what the challenge was doing this year, was kind of like cookout strategy. Like if you pair up with someone, and Big Brother did that too with the Festy Bestie. You pair up with someone that you don't mind sitting on the block with. The cookout strategy, I think it's going to go down in Big Brother history as just a good idea in general. It doesn't matter what the ethnicity of people are. And I think if Kyle would have been a little smarter, but he has a lot of problems with that, I don't think it would have been an issue if he would have just sat up and thought, okay, who are 6 people that I want to work with in this game? You all grab a buddy, grab a Festy Bestie, and we just sit on the block with this person. But he wasn't very smart socially in general. I think just that the racial sensitivity of what happened and his complete naivety of it is only 10% of the entire 100 of how he just ruined his game, falling in love with this girl. And then the way he ended up spreading this information about his thought process about the cookout, he was just messy in ways that I don't think any of us were expecting, because he started off so strong and strategically making sense. And it goes to show you, the power of the PUSSY. As soon as he got that girl, his brain just went haywire.
Yeah. It's really wild. Sorry, go ahead, Jackie.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yes, all of this that we saw unravel this week was certainly the nail in the coffin, and what a nail that was this week in the coffin. But you're right, the problems happened way before that. Kyle I think he said in the episode tonight, when he was explaining everything, I felt really left out of the leftovers. I felt like I was on the bottom of that. And that is your own fault, Kyle. As much as we're joking about him and Alyssa only lasting 10 seconds, the amount of hours they would spend just alone together. So Kyle's not in the room with these conversations, not checking in with other house guests within and outside of the cookout, or not the cookout, the leftovers. The good thing about the cookout was that they had their person, each of them had their person, but they still checked in with the group. And that's where Kyle was doing so good at the beginning of this game with. But you're right, Jackie, as soon as he caught some tail, that was it. And that was it to the point where Joseph had to go before her, which is that to me, I still feel so bad that Joseph was just a casualty in all of this, and he still has no idea how any of that happened, or or what all of this is, and the whole Taylor and Joseph not being able to say bye to each other thing too is terrible.
That was even worse. But Alyssa's still here. And by the way, Monty's tears were fake, just in case the world didn't know.
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't know that. They were.
They looked so fake to me,
okay.
The squinching of the face and then taking the whole towel to wipe it. Nah, bruh. I feel like those were fake tears, because he was trying to empathize. He didn't want to make Kyle look like a jerk, but he didn't want to look like a jerk while Kyle was crying. But I don't think that those tears were real. I think he was giving him, okay, I'm right here with you. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. But I don't think they were real.
I just, Terrence getting upset saying, it should have been you, Kyle, and that Joseph was losing his shit, not knowing it just really got to me. And it just, and Taylor's whole demeanor during the house meeting was so classy, but I'm about to lose my shit. I'm wearing a diaper tonight because I'm about to lose my shit, and I want to be covered when it happens. If you guys don't mind, I need a minute. I am just, why does Kyle get a pass? Because he's naive and he's never been to a fucking bar, and he was a Mormon he's almost 30. Why does he get a pass? Why are we still giving white people passes? And I'm a white person, and I'm in the deep South. And I'm just speaking from what I've seen tonight, and I want to understand why we are still coddling white people, stroking their back, wiping their tears, helping them along, and doing all of this shit for them. Where's Taylor's pass from earlier this season? Where's Monty's pass? Where's Terrence's pass? when they're accused of being where's their pass?
Mm.
Where does it end?
Yeah.
This is the same shit over and over again. It's okay, Kyle. He's going to grow. He's going to be a better person because of this. Oh, but Terrence was accused of being aggressive during the House meeting. How is I'm so done. I don't want to pass. Okay? If I am wrong and I say something that comes off as a microaggression or comes off as unsympathetic to or homophobic or any sort of way, I want the people around me who love me to call me on my shit immediately. No, you can't say that, Allison. I'm going to tell you why. I don't want a group therapy session where I'm crying and it is every person of color's job in the room to make my white ass feel better.
Yeah.
When nobody's doing it for them.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I don't feel sorry for Kyle. He fucked up.
Yeah.
He said something stupid and he meant every gosh damn word. He is backpedaling on an I'm sorry tour because he's on live television. If this had been in Utah without cameras, this would be a totally different situation. I promise you.
Yeah.
You know, said he made, I watched this thing on Twitter. It was all of the dumb shit he has said. He told Turner with his hair and his hat and everything out in the backyard, he looked Filipino. That's not funny.
Yeah, I remember
that's not a joke. You're a 30-year-old man. You live in a bubble. You've never been a bubble. I know people that live in bubbles that are forced to go to church every fucking day, and they don't say shit like that. What is the deal? I'm just sick of this. Let's give a pass to everybody. No, call them on their shit when they do it. And shame on Michael and Brittany. I don't give a shit if it was 2 weeks ago and Indie Fest happened or whatever the fuck it was. And Michael thought, well, if Kyle's gone, then it doesn't matter. No, it mattered the minute it happened. Because Joseph will still be here and it would have given other people the opportunity to make real real life-altering moves. I feel fucking sorry for Joseph. He was gaslit in that backyard. Kyle pulled the trigger like Terrence said, and he masterminded that whole thing and just sat back and watched it. And even fanned Turner into it. He is a narcissistic manipulator. Okay? And now because he's caught, when they get caught by a group, not one person, a group.
Yeah.
The backpedal and they'll go on the I'm sorry tour and blah, 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 blah. We're in 2022. We've gone through the Me Too movement, Black Lives Matter. This should not be happening. This should not be happening anymore. There should not be, look, you want to cast an ignorant former Mormon from freaking Utah on your show, CBS, go ahead. But you're the one who really needs to pay the consequences. You put him on the show.
All they saw was like his followers on TikTok. And I guarantee you that's like all that casting cared about when they casted this clown. Because, and I say clown because like I feel like there's so many like people that are saying like, oh, he's just a kid, he was sheltered, and like Allison, I'm so glad that you are like are saying this because it's so true. Like that is no excuse. Like you haven't been in a bar at 29 years old. That's your own fault, and that's your own like lifestyle.
You don't go to a bar to get woke. You go to a bar to get drunk and sing karaoke and almost piss yourself and act nuts and write on the bathroom wall and then puke on the way home. That's why you go to a bar. I'm not going to the bar to sit next to Randy Redneck to find out what racism really is for Black people.
Rory, I think you had something you wanted to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just circling back to even what his job is like if he's trying to even use the excuse of I deserve a pass because I wasn't educated about any of this. I'm sorry, your job, as of what you told us, is posting videos on the internet, which, guess what? The internet is the most public way to educate yourself on anything and everything. That is not an excuse.
Yeah.
At all. And I just think a big problem with it is his lack of exposure. I can say, as being the token white boy of my high school theater department, not trying to make this about me, it is about exposure, about literally taking the time to sit down and learn. And I wish I was paying attention to how many days this game has been going on, even if this is your first time interacting with someone of a different background than you, which, the newsflash, everyone has a different background than you.
Yeah.
You have time to learn and get to know them.
Yeah.
Why
I
don't
do
you try educating yourself before you go in the fucking house? How about
Yeah.
that? If
The
you
producers,
know,
the producers are not giving diversity, equity, and inclusion training. They're having them watch seasons 5, 6, and 23. They're like, this is what your diversity inclusion training is. Good luck.
they don't make them watch the Jackson Mickey.
They made them watch.
season?
I was gonna say this season they made them watch 15 and 21.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. 5, 6, 15,
but
21, and 23.
you're right, Jackie, because like I feel like after Big Brother 23, production probably like sat back in their chairs and they're like, okay, we did it. We're good. Like we've done the work, rather than like it is like an ongoing conversation that takes many different forms depending on the house guests, the dynamics and stuff. And we saw that like there was no way in hell that like the Cookout 2.0 was going to happen this year with like Taylor's friction with Jasmine and Terrence. Like the idea of like all of them working together is just so absurd on like a strategic level. So for Kyle to be able to block out like any logic there and still like press on this like false narrative. And I want to talk about the Brittany and Michael of it all, because I agree that like they are not like innocent in this at all, and I'm glad that they were called out on their bullshit tonight. I think the real person they owe an apology to for waiting on that information is Joseph, because ultimately like he would still be here if Terrence wasn't misted by this like Trump 2.0, if you will. But like I do want there's some context that's missing from like the order of events here. I do want to reiterate that like I feel like Wednesday's show made it seem like this was just one conversation and they're trying to like cancel Kyle because of that. And that's not the case at all. So I'm glad that like tonight that they showed there was a conversation that like Brittany had with Kyle a few weeks ago, like saying like, listen, first of all, this isn't true. And second of all, like the optics of this are really not a good look. So Kyle can't even like claim ignorance because Michael and Brittany, this wasn't just a single conversation either. Like Michael and Brittany told Kyle for weeks that this is not happening. This doesn't look good. I don't want any part of this. And armed with that knowledge, Kyle still chose to push this narrative. So that's why I'm thinking like all of these like crocodile tears, all of these like I'm growing as a person, like I'm having these difficult conversations. White people love to say having difficult conversations. It's just so ridiculous. It feels like he was like trained by like a PR person and a therapist in the diary room, and that's why like the feeds were like so cut this week is what I feel. I'm glad that Taylor and Monty and Terrence like showed him some grace, and they don't want his life like totally ruined on the outside of here. And I love that Taylor like led with love tonight.
It will be ruined because the whole world and the internet and Twitter.
It already is.
Listen,
when Black Twitter finds this, it's going to be a showdown.
And BB says, and you're right, BB, Michael and Brittany have zero responsibility for Kyle's bad behavior. This is true, and I'm not saying that they do. If it came off that way, I apologize. I feel that they should have voiced it, and even if it's not how they intended, it's how it looks, is that it was treated as a strategic move. And it doesn't matter how you shake it or point a finger at it. It's how it looks. And
I mean, it's the same bar, like, morally that Kyle was willing to cross, right? Like, like, they were willing to say, like, we are going to save this Hail Mary for in case we're in a tough spot and we need to reposition ourselves better. That's what Kyle did with ratting out the leftovers for the outside. So, like, it's I don't think it's a deal breaker. Like, Taylor is still certainly with Michael and Brittany a lot, even to the point where, like, we saw Monty trying to tell Taylor, like, listen, Michael's a huge threat. We got to get him out. And Taylor's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe we can keep Turner and Turner can, like, win HOH and take him out. I don't know. So, like, she's not fully there, but, like, it's something that's at least in the back of Taylor and Monty's minds now that they can remember moving forward. And I think that it should be in their best interest that Monty and Taylor should just, like, link up and go final two together, try to take it, like, as far as they can.
I just want to say real quick, B-Bean, thank you. I know what I said is not with anything you said, but I'm telling you, the reason why I said that is because there's going to be the jackasses that are watching this show that will stop watching at me saying shame on Brittany and Michael, and then fucking hand my ass to me in the comments after not watching any more of the show, because that's what I get. I have been rammed up the ass dry for the last month over Kyle. And my only comment was the guy hadn't had that much punani. And look what it's done to his thought process game-wise. Was this not proof? Have I been wrong? I want an apology. I want some hemorrhoid cream and some diaper rash ointment from a booty hole. Because y'all been relentless on me. There's some people out there have been assholes to me and Tyler. Not listening. You stop listening to the show in the middle of the damn cast. You call me a racist. You tell me I'm a terrible person because I bring up something personal about Kyle. What are you doing on Big Brother? You think I'm not gonna know personal shit? You're talking about it on the live feeds. This is my gosh damn job. But listen, I'm losing it. I'm sorry. But it's just, there's those idiots out there that are going to say something. They're going to turn every positive thing we've said tonight into something negative because they're not going to finish listening to the show. Yes, punani. Okay, it means pussy.
I was going to say, speaking...
Somebody said that's what it means. I'm sorry.
Speaking of 10 seconds, just to try to lighten the mood a little bit, I decided in honor of my favorite meme queen this season, I actually wrote a poem for tonight. If it's okay, I'd like to share.
Okay.
Roses are red. My love is water. Alyssa dumped her boyfriend on his way to the slaughter. He did be racist, and that doesn't flow, and her love is water, so he had to go. The season's cast as a whole has been dog shit, to be frank as can be. This season is showing why Survivor reigns supreme and will definitely allow Big Brother to show because the live feed implementation of Big Brother leaves the game much more open to scrutiny from public disapproval. So purely from a standpoint of running a production without negative connotations, so say goodbye to Big Brother before season 30.
I love it. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh yeah, yes. Snaps for Rory. I love it. Gosh. Well, I don't know. Like, Rory, I'm not as like thumbs down on this season. Like, I've been like shitting on the cast the whole time, but like to me, like, Oh, we got a $2 donation, Allison.
Thank you, Rory.
But I think this is my favorite modern season of Big Brother in quite a long time. Like I think I like this better than Big Brother 20, certainly Big Brother 21. I think like Big Brother 17 is like the only like one I would compare it to, but like this season has just been so fluid strategically. Are you playing music? Yeah, Allison, I'm telling you guys, Allison tunes the hell out anytime.
No, I'm listening. I was trying to find the perfect song for what you were saying.
Thank you. But no, like the theme of this season has been like shitty behavior getting their comeuppance like right away. Like we're not like Mickey's not like winning the season this year. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Stop with the music, please. And I think there's also a really exciting end game still left to be played. Like there's so many big questions. Like, does Michael just like win out from here? That's a very real possibility. He's only 2 HOHs away from beating Janelle's record.
Yeah, I'll just clarify the cast, as in the people as they are as people.
Yeah.
A lot of the pre-jury and like with Kyle and stuff, that's what's been dog shit. Gameplay fun, but people not fun. But you know what? I think it takes a real special type of person to be like really good at these games. So like I don't even want to get into that conversation. AKA Boogie Wonderland, but if you know, you know.
Oh yeah.
So next week's going to be 2 gosh dang hours of fun.
It's a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, can't wait.
Oh,
Maybe
didn't
we'll
know
get
that.
jury segment.
Can we? Yeah, we'll like certainly get that, but like, can we not do these double evictions so late in the season? I feel like we keep getting these like actually really exciting end games here, and then we're just like speeding through so much of it now. It's crazy. I'm like, could we have done this like, or just like we did the backyard twist thingy? Like, can we just do one double eviction and like that's it? Like, it's I don't like this here, and if this is how Michael goes, I'm gonna be really bummed because like ultimately I'm still rooting for him, but
she said we have 24 days left in the house. So what does that leave it at the 25th of? Are we doing the finale on a Sunday this year?
Well, Survivor starts on the 21st, so are we overlapping with Survivor?
Well, how many people are we going to have left if we do a double in a week?
We'll be down to the final 4.
5.
I can count.
I can't. When I was in accounting for 15 years.
Did you guys see how Kyle kind of went in for a kiss on the way out tonight, and Alyssa like kind of like kept her distance? Yeah, he was like, he gave her a hug, and then he like lingered there for a few seconds. He's like, hug. And then Alyssa like pushed him back, but not in like an abrasive way. Like, oh, I'm gonna miss you so much, Kyle. Have fun talking to Julie.
Him so quick.
Do you think that she like unloved him really fast because of game or because of what he did in the game?
I think she's really worried about public perception, and I actually liked her diary room session tonight, where she said like, listen, like, like when she actually broke up with him, like, yeah, they still fucked, whatever. But like, I'm glad that she said like, you didn't defend me this season. Like, I'm looking to have babies with somebody, and I'm not trying to have babies with somebody who like ultimately like lied to me and gaslit me for like weeks in a game, you know?
Yeah.
So good for her for saying that. We'll see what happens on the outside, but yeah, I think she's just like worried about public perception because we haven't had like a single like Americans vote this season. Even the like Taryn mentioned this on the update this morning, and I was like, wow, that's a really good point. The only like America's Choice vote was that first week when we had to vote between Alyssa, Brittany, and Paloma, but they didn't even reveal that because Paloma had her little meltdown and stuff. But like Brittany doesn't know that she won that. So like they have no idea how America is perceiving anybody in this game.
Right.
Which I think has been the case for modern seasons. We haven't had like the last time I remember like heavy America involvement was MVP in 15, unless oh no, never mind. The Power Apps in 20. That's the last time that I remember like actual like public involvement.
I think America gave BB bucks to the players last year.
I don't. They gave everybody money at the end, so it's like, wow, this twist didn't matter.
Exactly, it like all
so
evened
that's
out.
why I'm like, that's why I'm forgetting it.
If I were those house guests, I would think like, okay, who was like the top placer like first? Like that should tell you like who like the first round. But
you know what?
I don't know.
I think that America should have a vote every week. They did that on Big Brother OTT. I'm bringing up Big Brother OTT like Big Brother Canada. Okay, we got.
I was going to bring up BB Canada, so go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I got to vote. So I mean, I really think that we should get a vote for the winner. I think I think we should get a vote for. I just think we should. If we're watching this and we're watching the live feeds and doing all this, I don't see anything wrong with letting us have a vote. I don't care if we don't know who the final, I mean, if you're watching the live feed, you know who won the veto and you know who to vote for. But I mean, if there's 3 possibilities, the highest person gets the vote. I mean, it's no brainers. Yes, we need a BBOTT rewatch. I'm telling you, y'all don't know what you missed. But anyway, covering that by myself. Oh my God. You guys have no damn idea.
But Allison, it doesn't even need to be like game power, like America's Votes. Like, remember how much drama in the Big Brother 6 house it created when Janelle got to go to see 2.5 Men filming, and like April was like, America must be pieces of shit. They think that Janelle is the best thing in this house. Remember all that? Like the nerd herd like bitching in the HOH room. Like those public votes that don't even have any power can still make such like good influence on the game.
I want us to F with the house guests. I want to be I don't want them to know that we're voting. Like, I don't want them to know that we're voting. And they're like, okay, so-and-so is going to vote. Like there's 2 votes left and so-and-so is going to vote this way and so-and-so is going to vote that way. And it's going to be a split and I'm the HOH and I'm going to make the decision. And we all know that out here. And we go ahead and we're going to fuck with your HOH. Okay. And there's not going to be a tie. And we're going to vote to keep the person that we want in the house, that you don't want in the house. And they're going to come back and go, how the hell is this asshole still here? You told me you were going to vote. And it's going to cause issues and people are going to lose their minds. And I'm so for it. And I want Julie to lie. And if it's a 6-0 vote with our vote included, I want her to say it was a 5-0. I don't care anymore. I just want them to lose their minds and blame each other and go nuts. I want to see chairs thrown in a pool. I want to see a microphone thrown in a pool. I want to see guys getting in each other's faces.
I want to see older gentlemen falling into the pool backwards, looking at a banner playing.
Yes. I want violence.
That sad music.
I even miss remember like the have-nots, we would like vote on like 2 like gross foods that they would like have like on the table when they came back. Like we vote for them to eat like sardines and Skittles on top of slop for the week or something. Like, I don't know, like stuff like that is just like kind of funny and cute. I don't know. I miss that. Those were the days. But
jokingly, but also like very serious now, the problem is by opening up decisions to us, the public, producers have to give up control, aka give up handing the money to their pets. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Well, not really, because they could just like fudge like the winner of the vote. Like I'm telling you, like Team America for Big Brother 16, that was totally production, just trying to get Frankie, Derek, and Donnie in an alliance together, because those 3 were like production's like 3 pets. I'm telling you, that was not a real America's Vote. What's that?
It was Joey originally, so who is?
Oh, really?
Yeah, Joey was originally announced for Team America, but then was replaced, I think, by Derek because she was the first out.
I would love to see Joey return for like a first boot season of Big Brother. I still think Brian Hart would ultimately win the season, but
I have an idea. I just had a brain explosion. I'm sorry. I'm not about to piss myself. I'm really excited about something.
Are we recreating the moment where you get muted?
Probably. But now listen, here's my idea. Don't fucking mute me.
Tyler,
I'm about to forget what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
What if every week the House votes and we vote? And we vote for who we want evicted, and then the House, they all go in and do their voting. And then Julie reveals the eliminated House guests. And the House guests know America is voting, and they know that they're voting. But they don't know which week it's the House vote or if it's our vote. So that kind of screws with everything. Like, let's say this week America voted and they kept Kyle. That wouldn't happen. Don't come at me. Calm down. Cool your tits. But let's just say America decided to keep Kyle as a meat shield, and everyone is like, They picked this gosh damn week to pull this crap. Like we're supposed to believe that no. Because the House cats aren't allowed to discuss who they voted for. Like they literally can't tell. Yeah, I voted. Like I think until no, I'm serious because the feed's cut and they'll tell them to stop that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you could have the situation where in House guests, just know you never know who is really voting tonight. So think about that as you're voting. So if like I'm just going to throw my vote away this week. It doesn't matter because I know it, but you never know.
Like Daniel.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like you never know. And I just think that would be an interesting.
I like that twist. I would like it even better if they like never reveal after the vote, like was this America's vote or was this the House vote?
That
like,
too. Now that is
keep them in the
that
dark.
goes back to what I was saying before. We're that secret vote. Well, hell, why can't we be the sole vote? We all know everybody wants so and so out, but wouldn't it be more fun if so and so stayed?
Cool.
You know, and they had to. I don't know, but that's just
it's a good like pre-jury twist because that could like help steer the rest of the season in a way that like we as viewers want it to be. Like if we had a hand in getting out Daniel, Nicole, Amira, Paloma, like all of those people pre-jury, I think like America would feel like satisfied with that. Like they would feel like they helped like axe them in the game.
I want to be in charge of season 25. Yeah, I want to be in charge of season 25. We're going to call it Big Brother 25, What's Old is New Again. And everything is going to be shaken up. We're going to go old school or we're going to make a new twist or what? Like having us vote is really season 1-ish. So it's like, well, guys, this week we're going back season with a touch of season 1 with where we are now. So you never know what's going to happen. Next week, we may put you in pairs. Next week, we might have this happen. Sorry to hit my mic. But I mean, I would really think it would be pressure cooker. Put all of these assholes in a car together, and the last person in the car gets the car. Okay?
Yeah.
That's just the 25th anniversary. Let's just make What's Old is New again and stop adding new shit. Bring back the coup de cock, whatever, coup de cock. Coup d'etat. Or whatever you want to call it. The spell that gets rid of everything.
The Wingardium Leviosa.
Yes, let's do it. Producers, listen, this is what we want. Hey, week 3, guess what, guys? America's putting 2 house guests up. You guys fight it out POV. Guess what? You win POV. That's great. America's picking the replacement. America's going to vote and see who's HOH. Fucking spin a wheel. That's how they did HOH in Big Brother 2. They freaking spun a wheel.
Yeah.
A wheel to see HOH. Gosh, that wheel. They weren't on a wall. They weren't in porta pots. They weren't doing any of that. It's fun. Let's do it.
That's the evolution of the wall comp, though. It's a wheel, and everybody just has to hold on to the wheel as
everyone's on a wheel. Just spin the shit.
They've done that on the challenge. They've done that on the challenge, Rory. There is paramount precedent for that.
Make them dress like cats and dig in kitty litter.
Inferno.
Who didn't enjoy that when freaking Nicole had on the cat onesie and the ears and the nose and the whiskers digging in a fucking human cat box to find
you would definitely win that
HOH. This was the competition for the final 3. Digging in a litter box. Digging in it.
Thank you.
They were
cracked up tonight. I hope y'all are enjoying it.
Oh my god.
Mute myself now.
All right. Let's talk some strategy now that Allison's had her fun. If that's okay.
I love it.
I'm gonna bring up our draft like 20% to brag, but also like 80% to just have like the pieces on the board for you all.
Do we have to? Andrew's not here to defend himself. Or
still have a person.
I think it's ironic that me and Andrew's people are final 2s, so me and Andrew are staying and holding strong.
I love it. I support it. Okay, so who cannot compete in HOH this week? Turner. So we have to assume that Michael probably has the best shot of winning HOH. I know, like when they ended the episode, Michael had like laid all of his pieces out. Go ahead, guys, have your fun.
No, we're listening. We're listening.
Okay.
We're listening.
What are you writing, Rory?
Team Peen.
Team P.
Yes.
Okay, back. So yes.
Yes.
Back to Michael. Michael can win.
So I think that Michael will win. He was laying out all the pieces of the puzzle on the ground like before he started running them back and forth, which I think is really smart strategy. So we have to assume that Michael probably has the best odds of winning this. Now the question is like, does Michael finally take the shot at Monty? And I think like I don't think there's any room left for him not to do that, right?
I think your whole team will try and take out Michael if he doesn't win. Period.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Michael has to win. There is no option.
Yeah, Michael's definitely the biggest target heading into like this weekend and like for the rest of the season probably now that Kyle's gone. So yeah.
As soon as Michael's gone, then Brittany's gone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and like the later we go, like the more like Brittany could just be like collateral damage if like Michael wins like a veto or something. Yeah. You know, like you can't get rid of him, like take out Brittany.
He's won like every single veto, right? With the exception of one.
But Monty had a good point with Taylor tonight in the episode that like after this week, Michael will be able to compete in every veto. Like there's no chance of him being totally vulnerable for like a backdoor situation.
Yes, exactly.
So that's also scary too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see, but I think like if Michael wins HOH, I think that he will probably put up Monty. The question is like who does he put next to him? Maybe like Alyssa, probably. Just as like just a non-entity. I'm really curious about like what's going to happen to Alyssa and Terrence moving forward. Like how much further are each of them or either of them going to go? Like are the leftovers just going to keep like?
They're going in the double.
You think so?
Oh, one of them's definitely. I think Terrence will probably go in the double, and Alyssa could be right behind him. Because if you think about it, that's going to be the time that Monty, Taylor, Brittany, and Michael and Turner come together. And dude, leftovers. I know, this is Leftovers 2.0, the reboot. Okay, guys.
We have an update. Michael is the new HOH. Sorry,
I called it.
Holy crap,
called it, dude! I told Amanda in our chat, this effer is gonna win HOH.
So if he wins one more HOH, he has now tied Janelle's record in Big Brother All Stars for comp wins in a single season. So I think he can do it. I don't know. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about noms. So I think Michael will take the shot at Monty. The question is like, how much is Taylor involved in this? Like, how much does Taylor know that this is coming? How much does this affect her? I think that Michael has also told Turner that like, listen, after like you putting up Kyle last week, like I don't want to like turn around and like put you up after you like did the right thing ultimately with the power that you had. So I think that Michael's going to avoid putting Turner up. In almost
I agree with Adrian.
What did Adrian say?
Adrian put Monty Terrence or Turner. I don't think Turner is going, but definitely Monty Terrence. I think that's what he's going for.
Now the question is like, if Taylor wins veto, does she use the veto on Monty?
Ooh,
she should.
She should.
I think she should too.
Smart for her.
Do you think she should?
I think she absolutely should. And then, are we saying that like Terrence goes up next to Monty for like the initial nom? Probably.
I think so for sure. I think it's Terrence. I don't think he's gonna do Taylor. Taylor is in like a really good, not Taylor. Turner, fucking tease. I think Turner.
Right?
Tyler, you're not even playing. Turner.
Sorry, I wish I was.
Just stick it in and break it off, Jackie.
For 10 seconds. Turner and Terrence are the only two that would be options, but I think Michael is in a really good place with Turner. I don't think Turner's going to see the block, and I think Alyssa, I mean, she's the best GOAT right now, so I'm going to keep her. I need her to stay in the game.
Yeah. And that's tough for Michael. Like, I don't know if Taylor did win veto and take down Monty. Like is I don't know. Like, does Michael put up Alyssa, or does he like go back and put up Turner? I think like for his game, I think he should put up Turner. But that's a really like I don't know. That's tough to make a decision about. I don't know.
How I have anyone left on my team, I will never understand at this point. And Tyler's got every mofo,
Every single person
still in his draft. I'm gonna laugh till I tinkle on finale night if Brittany or Terrence or Michael win, and Tyler was sitting here all season. I'm not trying to gloat.
No, like here's the thing. Like, I am ultimately rooting for Michael to win just because his comp wins are so impressive, and I think that he's done a pretty good job strategically. Of course, this whole like mess this week is not good, but I think if he wins the season, I think he's going to be a pretty high winner for me out of the Big Brother US winners. Yes, Roy.
I was gonna say, Tyler, you know I love you, but purely for the joke manifestation, here's to the final three being Terrence, Brittany, and Michael. Just so Tyler will be the last to lose.
It could happen. It could happen. That's not an impossible scenario, Rory.
Tyler is still going to be the first person out of this draft. I'm manifesting it now.
That is possible, but I will also say, like, it's very possible. I would say Terrence is like the number 2 target after Monty this week. So like there is still a chance that I could come out of this week with all 4 house guests. Now, do I like make it out of the double? I really don't think so. That's like
Tyler's inner monologue.
Michael, like he won't be able to compete in the double HOH. So he very well could. It very well could be Terrence and Michael that go in the double eviction.
You know, Tyler,
Right?
your inner monologue is going something like this. Finally, I'm going to beat Allison and have a winner. Fucking finally. How can anything wrong happen at this point? I've got a full load. I've got all 4. The rest of them only have 1. I'm going to win this year. I'm going to wrap Allison's nose in it.
Listen, I called Marianne in the first episode of Survivor. Okay, I'm on a roll here.
I'm just saying your inner monologue.
You did. So that's just some like scenario talk for the double and stuff. Who do you guys think is like ultimately the ones that will go?
Terrence.
Yeah.
And Alyssa.
Terrence, I agree with Alyssa, but I have no reason for her to leave. Like, if I sit next to her, I'm putting myself in the place of a player, obviously. If I sit next to her at the end, I can beat her. Like, if I'm Michael, if I'm Brittany, if I'm Taylor, if I'm Monty, hell, even if I'm Terrence and I sit next to Alyssa to plead my case to why I should win, why the jury should vote for me.
Yeah, but can you trust her, Jackie? Though,
No,
if it comes down to trust her to get, like, if she had to pick between you and Turner for final 2, who's she gonna pick?
Anybody that she sits next to, she loses to, sadly.
Yeah.
You
Right.
People that try to say Monty and Terrence or Terrence and Alyssa, like any combination of those 3, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that this is a really vulnerable spot for Michael, though. And if not Michael that goes in the double, like it very well could be Brittany. Michael won't be able to compete in HOH. I think the most likely people that could win an HOH in like a fast-paced like double eviction type of thing are probably Monty and Turner. Those 2 people would certainly put up Michael and Brittany together. So even best case scenario, if Michael wins veto on the week that he can't compete in HOH to save himself, we could very well see Brittany go. Because like if it's like Brittany and Alyssa against each other, like why on earth would you keep Brittany as like such a solid ally for Michael, you know? So it could be Brittany as well. It's like as we're coming down the pipeline, like these comps are just so important, and that's why like Michael just needs to like win the hell out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I agree. He needs to win
That's it.
everything, and then he can win the whole game, and then Andrew won.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who?
Andrew.
Who?
I don't know her. Play the gif of Mariah Carey being like,
I'm not familiar. It's been a minute.
Avril Lavigne.
Andrew.
Is it Avril Lavigne or Melissa? Who?
It's Melissa. It's definitely Melissa. But yeah, I think that's I guess that's it for Big Brother 24. Any other thoughts?
Her love is water.
Always.
I mean, there's so many thoughts.
So many conspiracy theories.
You had to be a patron to get that joke, and he's gone tonight. I mean, we're totally without Kyle now.
Jackie, are there any conspiracy theories that you believe in?
Yes.
I do believe that the Illuminati is real.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the Illuminati
I agree
is
with that.
real.
Is there any celebrities that you think are in the Illuminati?
You're under the Denver airport.
All of them. All of them. I think all of them who are in like the top 5% of like income in our country have to be a part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
I feel like Stan Lee is actually like immortal. I like we think he died, but I think he's like actually alive. And Betty White, I think like they've had like life preservations. I think like in 100 years we'll still see them somewhere somehow.
Isn't there someone that's frozen right now, like John Wayne or somebody that claimed that I don't know, not
Disney?
John Wayne. Who?
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney's
Yeah,
head.
Walt Disney.
But where's it gonna go on? This isn't Days of Our Lives where they can just sew your head on a body. I mean, how's it gonna happen? Oh my God, y'all's watching Planet of the Apes with the 2001 edition with Marky Mark in it. Do you realize that movie came out in 2001? The opening sequence in space, 2029.
Ooh.
That's 7 years from now.
That's interesting.
And in Blade Runner in 2019, Atari is beating the hell out of Sega Genesis. Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yes, and we'll end with the ultimate conspiracy theory that Helen was in fact pushed in Big Brother 50. I don't care what she says on Twitter. She just recently tweeted something about how she wasn't pushed. It was just like somebody walking by or something. She was pushed. There's no way around that. All right, so I don't think we'll be back for a live feed update show. I think this is going to be a pretty straightforward week.
I think we're at the point now where it's just kind of, you know, I'm thinking about maybe doing one more with my nephew when he's available because he's so cute and fun, and he can't do the eviction shows because he's an hour. He's on New York time. It's too late for him. So being, you know, almost 15 and all he needs is that sleep. Plus he runs track. He's a little go-getter, a little CrossFitter. He's a little overachiever, but that's what I love about him. He's going to do better than he's not going to be hosting a podcast at 45. Okay. But I may do one more with him and whoever wants to do it with us for fun, you know, just for fun. And we can catch up on where we all are on Big Brother and what we think, and just for fun. What, Rory, you want to hold up a sign? I can see it.
I was going to say, can you entertain something really dumb for me? I'm going to
Of course,
put
that's
something in
my
the chat.
specialty.
Here we go.
What?
The comment I just put in the chat.
Oh.
Helen was pushed.
Oh no, there's one after it.
Look at the guy above this comment. I like this. Okay,
so
you got
meta.
me. You got me. How many times have I said hi to people in the chat? One of the people are in here. I don't know. I'm like,
I'm
Tyler,
the first. I'll
you're in
take
here.
that.
Yeah.
Allison just waits for me to start talking strategy. That's when she looks at the chat.
You know what? You're being very passive aggressive tonight, Tyler. Been mentally noted.
It's all out of love. You see this smile on my face?
My
It always
medicine
comes from you.
My medicine wore off hours ago.
On that note, everybody, thank you so much. Patron, all that stuff. Like and subscribe. Review us. 5 stars only, or else. I don't know what, but yeah. All right. So we'll be back on Thursday to talk about the double eviction and everything. So we'll see. But everybody have a good rest of your night. Take care. Bye.